Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Fabula Ultima TTJRPG. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review featuring this tabletop role-playing game that attempts to bring the Japanese video game RPG experience to your table, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to continue with the character creation process, starting with choosing or creating your origin. All heroes come from somewhere. This is their origin. It might be a humble village, a great city, or even something more fantastical such as a palace in the depths of the ocean, the moon's surface, or an entirely different solar system. You may pick a location that is already present on the map sheet, or create a new one. Just like your identity and theme, your origin may be invoked to reroll one or both dice during a check. However, you will normally be unable to change your origin in play, unless you suddenly discover you come from an entirely different place, and your memories are fake, which is a fantasy trope as well. When it comes to fantasy species, in Fabula Ultima, your character's species and heritage has no mechanical impact unless you want it to. I think this could be to the dislike of some players because, in many video game RPGs, there is a mechanical difference when it comes to the species of your character. Moving on, you choose 2 to 3 starting classes. Your character begins play at level 5. This means you will have 5 levels to distribute among any of the 15 available classes, 16 if you count the optional or free Necromancer class. Your character must have at least 2 classes when they begin play, and no more than 3. We will talk about each of these classes in future parts of this review, including the Necromancer. Every class provides the following information: a short description of the class, covering its general role and premise, a list of questions that will help you define the goals, past experiences, and behavior of your character, a list of free benefits that your character will gain simply by acquiring the class, such as the ability to equip martial equipment, or a slight increase to hit points, mind points, etc. You also obtain a set of 5 class skills that are unique to the class in question. When choosing classes, keep in mind these simply represent your current abilities. They will not impact your character's role in the narrative unless you want them to, and you may steer your character in entirely different directions later on. If you are short on time or ideas, feel free to take a look at the classic characters starting on page 172. These level 5 archetypes will provide solid in play. Next, you determine the base dice size of your attributes. Each of a player character's main attributes is represented by a dice size, from a minimum of d6 to a maximum of d12. Bigger dice sizes indicate a more trained attribute or a stronger natural talent. You choose a profile or a dice size configuration from those provided in this section. For example, a Jack of all trades has d8, 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 while a specialized character has d10, d10, d6, and d6. So you can arrange all of those dice depending on the sort of build you want for your character. Maybe you want a d10 for your dexterity and a d6 for your willpower. When allocating attribute dice, you should take into account your choices of classes and skills. After that, you calculate your hit points and mind points, your inventory points. You also calculate your defense, magic defense, and initiative. It's all very simple. They are basically telling you how you need to arrange things. For example, your maximum hit points are equal to your total character level plus 5 times your character's base might dice size. When it comes to calculating your defense is equal to your current dexterity dice size, while your magic defense is equal to your current insight dice size. So it's all very simple, very easy to grasp. These values, of course, can be modified by equipment, magical items, and such. Then you obtain your initial Fabula points and give your character other details such as name, the description of what they look, and such. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part, we are going to talk about initial equipment, equipment in general, as well as the included archetypes to get you started right away. When it comes to this last part of character creation, it is very easy to understand, as I mentioned previously. You just need to follow a few simple steps and it's all done. You also have a list of character names, so if you are someone that has somewhat of a difficult time figuring out names for your characters, this list has you covered. Thank you for watching this part of the review, and thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.